Oh, and this stream already starts with a voice crack. That was perfect. Um, it's gonna be a more serious stream. I mean, I guess you already saw like the title. I am going to see the animation with you all and dissect some parts, explain what I actually meant. Um, some decisions could have been made here and there, but like some things like could be altered here and there. But I only had like 2 weeks to complete the animation, to make the animation, like the most of it. I modeled the whole, like modeled most things on the city and stuff. I made a whole city model, like background for the animation and everything. I really was focused on this, so I didn't have like any kind of time to do some changes. So it came. It is what it is. It is what it is. And some people might not understand exactly what the animation is supposed to represent. You know, it's just supposed to mean and everything. So I'm gonna basically just like explain, watch the animation, watch the animation and explain to you basically what what the animation basically is supposed to mean. So I'm going to put the application gonna basically just put a application on here, like to show the video player, and I'm going to basically like talk about the animation. That's basically what I want to do. Just give me a second, okay? Okay, it's not appearing for some reason. So I guess I just gotta do the old way and put the display capture on here. You can see like the Discord, I guess you could call it like a Discord void. But anyway, it's gonna be like this. I'll just lower the volume for this. It's a huge introduction, so just gonna cut to the point. So we see a shot of the city, the people, like walking in a city and like very populated. And we see like a shot of this guy right here, which is just like the guy that just came to the city. The guy basically like just came to the city, you know, to some sort of like society. There's some shots like showing the city in general. There's the before prison, which I gotta explain. This person that just entered the city, what he sees is what is being shown. Basically, what I'm going to explain is that the title of the animation, which is Light and Dark, the city is kind of like a city that like praises the light, and it is a city like any kind of negative opinion negative point of view that is being shown about the light is taken as some sort of like a really like an offense, like a huge offense, and so they arrest slash kill anybody that has a different point of view that is against the light on the cities. Um, and they don't want any kind of darkness. Because the darkness can make you blind, while too much light can also make you blind a bit. So they basically just like they don't want to be blinded by the darkness and their negativities, and only like wants the light, because like the light for them is something that it is something heavenly that basically just puts the darkness away, which is what they are afraid of. And the light basically is kind of like a metaphor of like the light and the dark, like to white people and black people, like white supremacy and stuff, like literally like a white supremacist city, like the white power or whatever. And there's this group with the glasses, which is a group of protest against the bright lights in the city. That because too much light can also like make you blinded by the light, and they want the light and the dark to be equal. They want the light and dark to be equal, so that it can stay like at a perfect equilibrium. Because too much darkness can result in blindness, and too much light can also result on blindness. You are blinded by or one side or another side, and the group protests for equality in between the light and dark to kind of like maintain the equilibrium with where both light and dark can be respected and accepted as natural things. That's why they wear glasses, because it's like a protest. That's like as a form of as like a some sort of protection against the bright lights of the city, because the bright lights can blind the people, the inhabitants in the city. Like they can blind. They're getting like blinded by the light, basically, and that's why they wear glasses, because it's some sort of like a from protest against the brightness of the city. And here's like I forgot the name. I think it's barricade. I don't remember. No, barricade is another thing. Like stand to give glasses to people, sort of like to join the group protest and stuff against the light. And since the city takes anything as like against the light as a sort of a really huge offense against them, they basically arrest any person of this group or kill any person of this group. So the police comes in, just destroy the barricade, and a policeman in the middle, with a gun in his hand, basically kills the guy from this group, which is destroying the light on the city. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. The like lamp, I guess. He's being shot in the head. There's no effects, because I couldn't do effects on Blender. Yeah, maybe post-production effects. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know what I could have done with it, so I can put like any sort of thing to show that like he's being shot in the head, other than 2 bullet holes on his face, like him being shot. And the guy that comes to the city tries to check on the guy with the hammer that was breaking the lights, and sort of protest that was killed, to try to to see was alive or anything, but obviously he's dead. He was shot in the head twice. He gets sad about it. Then he picks the glasses of the guy and wears them as some sort of representation to show that he's joined the group, seeing how much like the, because like a thing that's not explained, but I was gonna explain, but I couldn't have like the time to do it. It's basically that the guy that came to the city understands that light and dark is like these both sources of energy or whatever the fuck. Basically, they are natural. They both have its negative sides, and both of them has their good sides. If they are in a perfect like equilibrium between each other, like it just runs smoothly. The like society. He understands this. He sees the guy for the group being shot, and then he basically just decides to join the protest, which he later becomes the leader of the group, distributing glasses, doing a huge protest with people, like a huge protest. Basically, they organize like a protest against the light with a bunch of people, distributing glasses to people, reuniting a bunch of people on the streets to do protests, some papers, etc. The police comes in and shoots almost everybody, killing everybody, making a pile of the bodies of the group. The people that remained from the group that was not dead is being arrested by the city and taken away from the city completely. So the group is eradicated from the city. They are taken away from the police. After their prison, we see that the city is not too populated. The people that remained on the cities basically turned blind. Those are different glasses, by the way. Those are like completely different glasses. This is like the sort of glasses like from the group, like the protest group, and these are like the glasses of the blind people. Basically, this is sort of representation to show that they've become blinded by the light of the city, and because of that, the city basically entered ruins. It's just in ruins. People are like blinded by the lights of the city, and the city's not too populated. You don't see any cars going around here. The rest of the people that remained in the city turned blind. The group basically gets out of prison. I think they're like freed or something. They're freed from the prison, and they basically I wanted to show them like I have even the scenes and etc. of them like rebuilding the city and to show the people around the city with the glasses of the group. But I couldn't do that scene because I didn't have much time. I needed to finish the animation today so that I could show it to my tomorrow's teacher. They basically come to the city again and they rebuild the city and create a new society where the people that are inhabitants of the city are now like in an education system where both the light and the dark is both seen as good things and also as bad things if they both become too much of it. And both the light and the dark is respected and accepted. And this is the message at the end. Respect the darkness, because just like the light, they are both natural. And as I said, the light is kind of like an analogy or metaphor, whatever you want to call it, to black people and white people. Of like black people being killed on the streets on Brazil for being just mistaken by criminals. The black voice just like not being heard much in Brazil. The protests. In Black Awareness Day, which this was made as an animation for Black Awareness Day to pass the message of equality in between black and white people. I thank my arts teacher for motivating me to do the animation, because without her help and stuff like motivation, I don't think I would have all the energy to finish the animation in less than 2 weeks that I had to finish. There's more that I wanted to do with this. Yeah, kind of. I wanted to explain more. To make it more clear to people. But I had to make something short. In minimum, like a 2-minute minimum. Like a 1 minute, 2 minute minimum. So I decided to make the animation like a little bit shorter. That's why like you see shorter clips. Which both the long clips and the short ones were a pain to make. But in the end, I think it is pretty well made. I think it is something that I have a really great love associated with, and it's a project that I was proud of, and I am proud of what I made, because that's my first project that I went in with no sort of inspiration. Kind of like mostly it was like my idea. I came up with the idea, the meaning, the message behind it, and I decided to make the animation like with no kind of inspiration, just basically making what I was imagining in my head. And I am really proud that the project itself is really, really close to what I imagined it being, and everything just, fit, and I am pretty happy, honestly, of what I made. I'm pretty happy of what I made. I don't know if I'll make like more projects like this in the future. I don't know if people will even like them because I did this because I had a passion and I wanted to do it. And I did, and I'm really proud of it. I don't know if I'm gonna make like more projects like this, like my own projects. It's probably not going to be as impressive as this, probably. Even though this is not impressive at all. But yeah, I hope that in the near future, I can do more projects like these, do more projects that I can express my own ideas and really explore them and do what the animation as close as what I envisioned it or what I imagined it to look like. Because I'm really proud of this in the end. This was the explanation basically of the story and some extras of like the story, how I did the animation and everything, the purpose of the animation and stuff. See you later in the stream.